Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session. As we take a deeper look at Chidobe Awuzie and Xavier Rhodes, first and foremost, there's about a 5-year gap difference between two players, but there are similar traits in both games, and they both pretty much are physical corners. And I just want you guys to take a look at Xavier Rhodes. Now, of course, in the Mike Zimmer defense, 4-3 defense, and they are pretty much a press man defense. And if one of the type of teams that flies out to the ball, this Xavier Rhodes, you have to earn every play against this guy. He's a physical corner, very aggressive, and one of those guys that if you catch the ball on him, it's just a slight window. Rarely, and I mean rarely, there's a lot of separation. And that's why I like to do the comparison amongst the two. The skill set is so similar that you can make that comparison. Now, although he's beat to the inside on this play, it's just all about just being in the mix, playing defensive back. Yes, you're going to get beat several times, but it's all about, are you playing competitive? Are you being a blanket over the receiver? Although the receiver are still able to catch the ball at times, that there's always a challenge for the quarterback to have that in their mind. If they make a slight mistake, if the ball is not passed perfectly, just like on this fade pattern here over the shoulder, Xavier Rhodes can get this head over in time to knock or bat the ball away. Those are things that you still want your corner to do, is to create the type of blanket coverage out there to make it harder for the quarterback to make those type of throws. Now, that's a good throw by Cam Newton. That's just one of the throws that he got on this particular DB. Outside of that, everything else is contested. He's going to fly out to the ball, stop the inside route, and those are things that I like to see, especially coming from the defensive back. But this team is gritty and grimy, and they put the pressure. And that's just one of the things that I like to see on any type of defense. We know Mike Zimmer. He's a press type of guy. He's going to always have his guys down up front on the line and creating this type of pressure. Now, when he was the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, unfortunately, him and Parcells had some mixed agreements about the 4-3 versus the 3-4 defense, and Parcells really pretty much wanted to go with the 3-4 defense. But as we can see here, and it's a proof over time and time again, wherever Mike Zimmer been, he's been top 10 defense, whether it's been with the Bengals or whether it's been with the Vikings, as we can see. And even so on the latter part of the Cowboys roster, the top 10 defense. So those are things that I like to see too as well, just sticking up with their philosophy, having his linebackers fly out to the ball, and also having his DBs playing press and just stopping to ensure first down. Even on this play here, he was able to stop that first down. Now, looking forward towards the Cowboys, we see this time in and time out with Chidobe Awuzie. When he's beaten into the inside, he still have that peanut type punch to get the ball out. And this time they just finally called fumble, or the receiver had the ball or possession long enough for it to be a fumble. Give me the ball. That's what I like to see from this Chidobe Awuzie. Always clawing and fighting towards the ball. Let's just look back at the New York Giants game. Same similar pass pattern. He was beat to the inside. He was still able to get the ball out. Watch. Give me the ball. That technique, that skill set, that's muscle memory, that's those things out there for this guy, this kid just playing like this at his rookie level is something amazing. These are the intangible things that go unseen. This is the Washington game. 3 weeks in a row, guys, getting the ball out of the opposition hands. Those things right there, coaching dream for the have a player to play sound technique and not afraid to tackle too as well. This beast mode he's going up against. We all know in the past that our DBs playing out there in the field would normally check out at this point, but this kid was still able to get back into the mix, and I love to see that type of temperament out there on the field, not afraid to crash down and drive up the field and make the tackles. That's what I'm talking about right there. Now, those are things that you want your young defensive back to have, is that aggressive mentality, that type of notion to know that, hey, everything, all chips is on the line with me. Now, one thing that I would like for Chidobe Awuzie to work on is when he is beat to the outside, don't hold the guy and turn his head around to the ball. It's just a matter, this call is subjective in a way. Was he 5 yards out, being physical contact? Yes, but normally it's a 50-50 call. But if he were to turn his head around, just slightly move his hips towards the ball, then maybe they wouldn't call the flag. But that's just how it is out there playing in the National Football League. It's just one of those things. Even on this play here, crash down. Now, this is the type of defense that was called on a 3rd and long. They got away with this pass, and I'm going to see that the Raiders are going to go back to this look. I think in the 4th quarter, they're gonna go back to this same look. Here it is, right here. They're gonna do the same exact look. Actually, Carr had number 87 open, Jared Cook, but he went to that same favorable look because he knew for sure he can get the first down from that pass. Now he was able to complete this pass, and I think it was a second and long or what have you, able to complete the pass out to the edges there, and I think it was a first down. I don't know for sure, I lost tape. Let's look back at 2013 Xavier Rhodes. Now of course this wasn't Mike Zimmer's defense, but I just pulled this tape to show you guys the similarities of when you're playing off man with a press man coverage corner. Tony Romo does a exceptionally wonderful job of getting the ball out quick. Whenever he sees somebody playing off on Dez, he missile the ball right out to Dez, and that's the type of caliber or uniqueness of a veteran quarterback, knowing that you got a physical, aggressive type of wide receiver. Why not get him the ball immediately? And as we know that this is Xavier Rhodes' rookie year, Tony Romo was able to exploit that and get many little small dink and dunk passes on him, in which it's a momentum type of league, and that's when you can get your fades and your give and go types of slow goes down the line, and that's what it is. It's methodically. It's all about setting up the bigger punch down the line. And you can do that when you're playing off technique or off man or a zone that's so far off, or soft coverage. It's just plowing the ball away. If they're giving you 2 to 3 yards or 4 yards, then why not take it? That's been my time, guys. I really thank you guys for yours. And hey, I got a Twitch account too now as well. I want you guys to feel free to go out and find that channel. Follow that channel if you still love and like the content that I provide. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace.